What is Samadhi? Video. This framework of the different states of absorption that can be experienced helps us to meditate effectively. But it must be remembered that these are terms, they're concepts to help guide us in our meditation practice. But ultimately, it's the practice itself which is going to give meaning to the concepts. It's the continuous experience which meditation practice affords us that's going to give depth to the concepts. The concepts themselves are not supposed to be restrictive. This is an intuitive process. Awakening to our true nature is an intuitive process. But the framework allows us to reflect on how we're engaging in the process. It allows us to reflect on how effective we're being and whether we are being effective at each stage as is required. So let me just give an example to clarify this. If we're sitting to meditate and we're trying to focus our attention on the internal sound current, the Om vibration, and while we're trying to do so, all that's happening is continuous noise, as in distracting thought after thought after thought, and these are disrupting our concentration continuously, then maybe it's premature or too soon for us to be trying to focus on the Om vibration. Maybe we need to just take a step back on the spectrum and focus on something more gross. And in that way, we can allow our concentration to move into deeper states, into more subtle states, eventually preparing us to be able to concentrate our attention on the internal sound current. The same can be said if we're sitting to meditate and we endeavor to center our attention and concentration on the single thought of I, because this is an object of focus that we want to contemplate. But while we try to do so, we're bombarded by distraction, by rising thoughts or whatever it might be that are preventing us from being able to stay focused on that single thought. So again, maybe it's best if we move back on the spectrum and work up towards that level of subtle concentration that's needed for such contemplation. So the framework is there to give us guidance. It's there as a means for us to be able to measure our own effectiveness in our personal practice.